did I wait so long? Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizard Reads, and as always guys, I'm Andrew. Today I got another book review for you, but before we get to that book review, make sure you are liking and subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you can get regular updates for when I put out new content. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's book review is it's a new favorite, guys, and that's gonna be Blood Song by Anthony Ryan. Guys, I had, ever since joining BookTube, people have been saying, Blood Song's good, Blood Song's great, Blood Song, you should check out Blood Song. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, look at the cover. The cover didn't really pull me in. And so, like, I just kind of kept kicking it down the road. And then Steve from Steve Talks About Books and Stuff, he was like, hey, we're doing a buddy read, do you want to join? And I'm like, I can't fit it in. But I'll definitely move it up the TBR. And then my good buddy Walker goes, hey, you want to buddy read Blood Song in September? And I'm like, yeah, sure. He read it at the beginning of the month, and he's like, are you reading it? I'm like, I just can't get to it yet. I'm reading everything else. And then bam, we get to Blood Song, and oh my goodness, not only is this my first Anthony Ryan book that I have read, but guys, this is one of the best books I have read all year. It is very, very well written. It is technically just, I've got nothing that I can look at it and go, I didn't like that. Like, all of our characters, the way the story is structured, I just really, really enjoy this. Basically, this follows a brother of the Sixth Order, which there are 6 orders of the faith, which is kind of the religion set in this world. And our main character is Valen Alsorna. And we meet Valen very, very early on in his life. I think he's like 11. And basically his mother has just passed away. And his father, who is the battle lord to the king, just doesn't really know what to do with him. And so he takes them there to the Sixth Order, where he basically gives them into these battle monks. And so, like, he is raised up through there. There's whole training montages. There's great found family. But basically, Valen is trained up, and he becomes a brother of the Sixth Order, which are just these amazing warrior monks. But even before that, we start it out. This entire story is told in the flashback format. Essentially, at the beginning of the book, Valen is an older gentleman. I think he's in his early 20s. And he's been captured. He was captured, and we kind of get some sort of information that he's in a foreign land. He killed a respected warrior, and now is being sent to battle somebody to the death in a different land. And the scribe is coming with him, and the scribe was the friend of the man that he killed. And I believe the man was called the Hope. And Valen's just like starting to tell this man his life story on where he comes from, why he's so skilled, why he's so educated. And like the man's like, I hate you. And he's like, well, half of what you know about me is incorrect. And he's like, yeah, prove it. Tell me your story. So Valen starts diving in, starting back from when he's 11. And what's really great about the book is we get to really see Valen struggle with his identity. And like basically Valen is just a progeny with the sword. Progeny. I don't know. Words. But he is a progeny with the sword. He is very, very skilled. He is a valued warrior, and he has great leadership skills. And this leads him to excel in many, many, many instances throughout the book. This book is told in 5 parts, and in each part it's another significant, and there's small time jumps between the first 3 parts, then a bigger one for the 4th, and so on and so forth, until I think we come kind of current towards the end, and we start realizing how we got here at the beginning. And basically the whole thing with Valen is that, you know, the way the order works. Let's start with how the order works. The way the order works is basically you cut all family ties. The faith is your family. These are your brothers and your sisters. you do not have a family. So even though his father is very high placed in the military, he constantly says, "I have no father." And that kind of is like a dual-edged thing, because Balin is very unsure of how he feels about his father. A lot of what he knows about his own personal history is incorrect. He doesn't know his family's history. He doesn't know anything about where he comes from. He just knows the title that his father had. He didn't know his mother's history. And so all of that is kind of unveiled here in the mystery that is Bloodsong. And it's really, really fantastic to see this kind of unfold and like blossom in front of you. Like, this is a story that just kind of blossoms like a flower in the morning sun. It is fantastic. It is gritty, though. I wouldn't quite call this grimdark. It definitely skirts the line there. Like, it is, if it's not grimdark, it's very much close to the line of grimdark. This is battle fantasy. This has got the whole battle school trope. Like, if you liked Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, very, very similar here. But we don't spend 3 years in the battle school. Or 3 books, I should say. We don't spend 3 books in a battle school before we get to the epic battles. No, like, we spend a good 2 or 3 parts in the battle school, and then it just moves on. It's really well done. The main character is going to be Valen Alsorna. Like, it's funny, my buddy John already dropped his review. And he raised a point in that review where it's like, all of the background characters aren't super well fleshed out, but you're still aware of them and you understand their motivations and their goals. And that's really conveyed really well to, like, even though they're kind of background noise, they're still fully fledged characters. Like, you know what the masters are like. You know what his friends are like. You know what to expect from these characters. And through that, we get a really nice sense of found family, even though this is only first-person POV, which is really interesting. Like I said, this book is incredibly well written from a technical standpoint. I highly, highly enjoyed it. And I don't know why I waited so long to read this. I have heard mixed things about the second and third book. I don't even care. Anthony Ryan has become an auto-buy author just off of 1 book for me. I've basically got everything on the way. Like, I've pre-ordered, or not pre-ordered, I've ordered the hardcover version of Pariah just because I want it. I've heard that the Raven's Blade duology, which takes place 5 years after this trilogy, is also a return to the Bloodsong form and is very, very good. I've got Draconis Memorius, all that. You can definitely look forward to more Anthony Ryan content on the channel. I have so much love for this. Guys, I give this a 5 out of 5. It's got great pacing. It's got great characters. It's got great technical writing. This is an absolute delight. Even if you don't like the second and third book, the first book is well worth it. I highly enjoyed this, and I give it a very strong recommend. Now, let me know in the comments down below, have you read Bloodsong? Do you plan on picking up Bloodsong? What did you think of Bloodsong? I would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, guys, make sure to check that description down below for the link to the Wizardly Duo Discord. We are an ever-growing community, and we would love to have you. We've got reading sprints in the Discord. We've got giveaways, book discussions, gift wars, you name it, we've probably got it. And also, if you want to support the channel, I do have the link to the Patreon down in the description as well. Your support is always appreciated. And that said, guys, till next time, peace out, stay magical, bye. All right, and I would love to give a personal shout out to my new high-tier Wizard Master patrons. That is going to be Leslie, thank you so much. That is going to be Jennifer, and the Boiled Jellyfish, as well as my good friend Nico. We've got my good friend Chris, Sharon, and Patrick. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it.